Before you ask, I am the guy selling pills to your 15-year-old younger brother. But anyway, I have returned from a trip to all three planes of the divine, Paradiso, Purgatorio, and Inferno. And like Dante, with my Virgil of substance use, I have returned to make another Meth Head Rant. All right, so first off, I'm going to raise about fucking Lights Out. This dog shit movie, bro. Like, usually I'm okay. Like, I'm like, bad horror movies are fun. No, it's just fucking bad, bro. Every character is ignorant as shit, bro. And the monster is not scary. I mean, besides the fact that the design sucks, the whole thing is that it's weak to light, right? But it's set in the modern age in like a normal ass setting. The entire thing is solved by taking out your phone and doing this. And they don't do it for most of the movie until like the very end. And then, of course, that's when the ghost does the whole shit. But the whole thing could have just been solved by staying in a well lit room. That's it. And like, it's just, yeah, it fucking baffles my mind, bro. And like, the kills suck, right? The kills in it aren't even cool. They are funny as shit sometimes. Like, I'll see how I can find it. But there's a scene where the chick just gets chucked over the balcony in the fucking darkness, and she just hits the ground in such a fucking comedic fashion. Like, it's gonna look like I'm doing a fucking Mr. Gigi review, but still, right? And then oh shit, I don't normally like write anything down for this, but I actually had to put notes down for this fucking movie because it pissed me off and I forgot about it for a while. And I'm so glad I found this because now I'm seething with rage again. Right? The social services worker, right, is also stupid as shit. She's a social services worker, right? She's obviously seen like some of the worst shit ever. Some like just truly despicable people. And this chick is deemed an unfit mother because she has metal posters and a bong in her apartment. My brother in Christ. If that is if that's the barrier for unfit parenting, then my dad I should have been taken away from, or I should have been taken away from my dad like 83 years ago. Fucking no sponsor, but shout out Cactus Lab. This fucking 6 shooter is sick. And I'm sorry you noticed that I was smoking at the beginning, like pretty much every single one of this. And you're like, is that an overly edgy little shit? Probably, except for the fact I'm 6'3", but you know. All right, so for this one, I'm definitely hopping on the bandwagon because I did not know about him until uh I'm talking about Chris Barnett. I've already mentioned that, but until his TKO clip. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Chris Barnett TKO. Very simple, but he's just a big dude who's like very athletic and he's like jumping, doing crazy ass kicks. But I went in this like a weird ass mini rabbit hole of checking out his old fights when he was like Huggy Bear and shit. And like his progression and shit. And bro, he is such a fucking charismatic ass heavyweight. His fights are so much fucking fun to watch, bro. I don't know, man. Like his old fights, his XFC shit was like hype as fuck. The grappling match he did against Soldier God Romero, that shit was so funny, bro. He did the WWE bounce off the ropes and shit. Um, both. Who the fuck did he fight in the UFC? I was like Jaw. Hold on. All right, I found the name of what I was looking for. The UFC fights that I recommend if you want to check it out are the Glenn Gian Vellante. I probably mispronounced that, and the Jake Collier. That's the one with the crazy ass TKO. That one was sick as shit. But like, regardless of what he's doing, he's always like having fun, and he's always just an entertaining as shit fighter. You feel me? Uh, Now we get to the dick riding portion of the Meth Head Rant, where we are gonna talk about fucking Street Fighter 6, my guy. That is my shit. That game go retarded, bro. And your boy a geef made, so obviously anytime I do anything kind of sick, I'm fucking exploding. Pause. But like, even beyond that, bro, it's so much fun. I haven't had the drive to play a fighting game in like a competitive way in so long. I love all the fucking drive systems. My favorite is my favorite Street Fighter game. Before this, I'm not sure if this is my favorite. Just I need more time with it. Is Third Strike because I'm a basic bitch, and so I love like the parry and then the drive, like and then all the drive shit you can do with the stamina bar. It's such like a cool extension of all that, right? And then like the characters have such unique play styles, and despite what a lot of people think, I think modern controls are great. I don't use them. I have been playing like fighting games for a long ass time. You can look up my fucking you can look up some of my matches. There was the Game Labs KOF 15 and MK11 bracket, and then there was the I played in one or two of the Champions of the Realms with fucking Destroyer. Shout out, right? So I'm very used to I'm not good. I'm not good. That's not what I'm not trying to flex here. I'm not saying I'm great at anything. I'm just saying I played them at a semi-competitive level for a while. But I think the modern controllers are a great way for like people who are experienced in fighting games to play with their friends and have it feel like more of a competition. Like it allows them to get into like really finding what makes fighting games fun. Because what makes fighting games fun isn't like well, the elaborate combos are cool and all, but it's the game itself, right? Like it's playing it, it's being in there when you don't need to worry about special motions. You can learn the game, and actually, even with combos, if that's like your shit, you can learn combos without having to worry about special inputs, and that's really fucking that's really empowering to newer players who are used to who are used to not being able to even do bread and butter combos who and when I say beginners I mean beginners like people who can't do hadoukens shit like that. This gets them on a more like playable level. Now I don't think it is now I think that no, hold on. Sorry, I had to stop and think for a second. I do think that we do need to check how it's going to be working with, balancing as the game progresses. There might be certain things, but so far I think it's good. Um I think if it becomes an issue though, then we might need to look at it and see how it looks in a bracket, but I really hope that doesn't happen because I think this is a great thing for games to incorporate just so that you can get new players to like a level where they can like understand how fighting games work on like on a more like fundamental level than or not on like higher than just a fundamental level, you know. All right, now to a different aspect of Street Fighter 6, which is just how fucking good the characters feel. Like, yeah, it's like a smaller roster than a lot of fighting games, but each one feels so unique. I would argue that Street Fighter characters feel more unique, or the Street Fighter 6 characters feel more unique than Strives do. And Strive to me was like the peak of like smaller roster, but super like dynamic characters. Uh, and I th- and I think there really is someone for everyone. I like that there's grapplers that are like good. My main is Zangief, but secondary is Lily because you don't need a projectile when you have a fast grappler. It's just that simple. Um, but not, and I think the combo structure is cool even beyond the modern controls. I think there's just so many cool things you can do with with this game. I'm not good enough to do all of them yet. That's why I play Geef, bro. I don't need to worry about that shit. I learned my tick throws and I learned my lariat combos, and I'm like, all right, that's literally that's all you need to know to get to like to really play Geef at like a decent level. Obviously, it helps to have all that optimal, like to be really optimal, but I'm not that great with execution, so I would rather just be really solid on my fundamentals over spending a bunch of time failing to land a combo that I'm not going to be able to land because I'm not good at neutral. You know what I mean? Uh, and same thing with Lily. She has longer combos, and I've learned a couple, not like the super long combos, but like some of her fucking charge combos, and just like what to cancel into what. But like even all this like breaking it down, I don't know. It's super fucking cool. And then the single player alone, I would argue was worth it, right? Because the single player alone, and I'm like single player in quotations. I'm not talking full single player because you can play your like custom characters online, right? So it's basically fucking Xenoverse, right? With because you're going through, you're trading with all these masters, but instead of it just being like you're going to all these different levels, you have this big ass, well, not big ass, but it's pretty sizable map, and then a bunch of different locations that are like that are sorry, got a text. That are like the more split up levels that have like really cool cutscenes and really good like character. Not really good, but good. No, really good for a Street Fighter game character building. Why am I holding my fucking mic like this? That's wild, but it's here now. So I've run into an issue in my music taste, and it's that like I've listened to too many songs for me to have like a good taste, because like my like songs on Spotify are 10,205, right? uh and like there's just no way you can listen to that many songs and then have like a majority of them be good. And even if the majority happen to be good, that still means that there's like 4 to 2,000 bad songs like that I enjoy. So I feel like you can't say that you have good music taste if you're like I have good music taste except for the 4,000 terrible songs I enjoy. But and oh, I don't want this to come across like I'm one of those people that I'm like, what's your favorite genre of music? I listen to everything. No, I do. I have a very clear cut favorite. If you can't tell by what I'm wearing, it's fucking rap and punk and like all of the different subgenres of that shit. I listen to everything, but I have like a clear cut favorite. Most of them, not most of them, but they're like you're gonna notice that there are probably a majority rap and punk songs, but or maybe not if you compare it with every other genre. I don't know, but you get what the fuck I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm just sitting here mumbling like a retard. All right, so now we're gonna be talking about uh, random music opinions from a dude who's very uneducated and probably shouldn't have them, but you're here, so you're listening to it. Um, okay, so we will start with like who's a rap goat, right? This is a wild topic for me, right? Another white dude talking about rap on the fucking internet. Oh, I'm fucking really pushing some boundaries here. But I think that MF Doom is like the goat as far as like the technique of rapping, like that shit as far as like the rhyme scheme, the wordplay, all that shit. But I think Kendrick is the best at using rap to make art. You feel me? I keep adjusting this, but whatever. Uh like all of his albums are these long form stories. Like they're all meant to they're all meant with a point. They're all like have a cohesive plot almost. Whereas Doom albums are amazing, right? And they do have like, but they're collected by a theme and by his wordplay. They're not usually done as far as like a storyline. You know what I mean? But Kendrick like won the fucking Pulitzer Prize for *To Pimp a Butterfly*, right? I think it was *To Pimp a Butterfly*. Oh, and then I don't know why I was about to end it there. I have way more useless opinions that are also uneducated. But bro, Masayoshi Takanaka is like the funkiest guitarist I've ever heard. Right? Like that shit used to go to some of the lines in the Parliament shit, right? Because I'm biased as fuck towards those. I've been listening. That shit was like bumping my car when I was young. But right, bro, like just like every song he does with a solo, it's just fucking gorgeous, bro. The shit, bro. You want to check it out? Look up fucking yeah. And my favorite line, like guitar line, would probably have to be in "Sexy Dance." So check. Like I was about to say in that one. Check that shit out. Uh, if you want to hear what the fuck I'm talking about, that shit's amazing. Um, Slept on Power Violence artist, fucking Sore Throat, bro. The whole what the fuck is the name of the album? It's the one with Alcoholics Unanimous and I don't know. It's the one with Alcoholics Unanimous. I'm terrible with song names, but bro, it's some of the heaviest shit. Another underappreciated like actual like goat in rock and especially in like scream culture that we don't talk that I feel like people don't talk about as much there's been some more dialogue brought up recently, and I am not here to do a whole breakdown, but fucking Screaming Jay Hawkins, right? Because I feel like a lot of people know about Death, but not a lot of people know about like Screaming Jay Hawkins, and like Screaming Jay was the first to really scream in music, bro. This shit. Well, no, that was well technically the first one I think was like it was Psycho by the Sonics. No, I was gonna say the Sonic Youth, but it's not the Sonic Youth, and that's cool. But like that was a consistent style in fucking that was a consistent style in Screaming Jay, not just like for that song, right? And those releasing like full albums, and they're fucking amazing, bro. I think my personal favorite is his cover of Monkberry Moon Delight. I hate the Paul McCartney version. It's boring as shit, right? But I used it in my Meth Head rant, the last Meth Head, not Meth. It's not the Meth Head rants. It's my uh, on my old Southern Gentleman shit. That's a song that's in the end of that, and he makes it sound so fucking exciting, bro. It's so good. Like you can fucking see the scene he's trying to paint and shit, bro. It's so tight. And I think what people are not remembering, I see. I'd have to do that to remember, bro. I'm like a fucking old ass motherfucker with his pipe. I actually have to remember what the fuck to think, what the fuck I was talking about. But I think the resurgence in like '90s punk, like '90s style punk, is like really tight. Let's say like the chats. Who the fuck made "I fucked your mom"? I can't remember, but that one's definitely up there. Fuck, I was just looking. Viagra Boys, kind of, but not really. I don't know. I'm very ill prepared, as you can tell, but I think it's cool that it's a resurgence. Also, shout out fucking Papa Roach. Like, and like their music's good. It's not. I don't think it's like fun. Like, I don't think it's no. I don't think it's like phenomenal, but I think it's like really solid. I think it's really fun music. But I want to give them a shout out because like they're one of the only like metal bands from that time period that's actually trying to like push rock forward, and like with them starting a label and then doing collabs with like Fever 333 and fucking Swaco, right? Like Swaco, the dude who was like cash 400 on the dash, like that motherfucker is in a Papa Roach song. He's making rock now. Low key, that shit, his new shit kind of slaps. I ain't even gonna hold you. Um, but that's here nor there. But it's just really cool to see one of them like really trying to push it forward instead of just keeping it as this like fucking 40-year-old circle jerk where everybody just keeps listening to the same fucking bands and the same six albums on repeat. You feel me? Well, I got nothing else to say, so it's been real. It's been fun. Hasn't been real fun.